Welcome back to my channel, The Queen Phoenix. Today's little project is this cute little fish keychain. Well, the charm for the keychain. Completely reversible. For this pattern, you will require some eyes. If you're giving this to a child, please do not use these eyes that I'm using. Some safety eyes or stitched on with a crochet, with a darning needle and some yarn will even work. A little bit of, you will definitely need a little bit, very little bit of stuffing. You can see how it looks, it's not stuffed that much. A pair of scissors and one of these keychains. This is homemade. It's basically a jump ring on a piece of chain on a key ring. You will require your little bit of leftover yarn. It does not take much. A crochet hook of the appropriate size, a darning needle. If you do not have a darning needle, you can use a smaller crochet hook, and a pair of scissors. And about 10 minutes to make this. Before I start, I will say this. You need to make two. So when we start, you need to make two. The front and the back is worked the same way. The only difference is the placement of the eye. That is the only difference in this entire thing. You make two of them and you're good to go. So let's get right into it. A magic ring. You're going to chain 3, which counts as 1 double crochet. Into this magic circle or magic ring, you're going to crochet 11 double crochets. With your 3 chain, it will be a total of 12. Please be advised that anytime you can slow this video down in the settings or press pause. You can also take some time and consider subscribing to my channel. This channel is updated weekly with free patterns and tutorials. Once you have your 12 double crochets, pull tight and slip stitch into the chain from the beginning. Now, you are more than welcome to change colors. For this row, I'm not going to change a color. I'm going to chain 3. If you do change a color or want to change a color, slip stitch into the chain, cut your yarn, work your tail away, and put your new color on any one of these stitches. It will still work. Into the same stitch, you are going to make 1 double crochet. So your chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. Your repeat pattern for this row is 1 double crochet in each stitch around. When you come to the end of your round, you will have a total of 24 double crochets in this round. When you're at the end of your round, slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the beginning. Now I'm definitely going to change color. So I'm going to cut my yarn, pull my tail out. I'm not going to work this tail away. I'm going to work the one I started with. Yeah. The tail. Okay, let me just finish with this tail before I explain about the next one. This tail I'm going to work away as I crochet the next round. I'm going to grab my next color and I'm going to join it to any one of the stitches. If you are keeping your same color, just hang on, give me a moment. If you are keeping your same color, you are going to make you are going to chain 4. I'm going to do the same thing. Once I join this yarn, I'm going to chain 4. We're going to work on the tail of this fish. So I have my chain 4. Into the same stitch, I am going to work 3 extended double crochets. How do you work an extended 3 extended trebles? How do you do that? Yarn over twice, go into the assigned stitch, pull up a loop. Yarn over, go through the first loop. Yarn over, go through 2 loops. Yarn over, go through 1 loop. Yarn over, go through 2 loops. Yarn over and go through the last 2. Let me show you that again. Yarn over twice, go into the loop, pull up a loop. Yarn over, go through the first loop. Yarn over, go through the 2 loops. Yarn over, go through 1 loop. Yarn over, go through 2 loops. Yarn over and go through the last 2 loops. Chain 4 and slip stitch at the base of the same stitch. Now you're going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. And now I'm working away the tail from the previous round. In the next stitch, you are going to work 3 double crochets. In your next stitch, work 2 half a double crochets. And in the following stitch, you will work, in each of the next 5 stitches, you'll work 1 single crochet. Now you will chain 3. We're making the mouth, well, one of the lips of the mouth. Once you have your chain 3, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, chain 3, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches, 2 half a double crochets in the next stitch, 3 double crochets in the following stitch. In the next 5 single crochet, in the next 5 stitches, please make 1 single crochet in each. Slip stitch into the first stitch, cut your yarn and work away your tail. You see, I've left my tails to the back because I'm stitching this as an applique. So I don't mind the tails being where they are. It's not going to make a difference because nobody's going to see them. I'm just moving mine to the back. And here's your fish. You will now use some glue and stick your eye on. If you are not using this type of stick-on eye, you can also use a. Once you've made both of your fish pieces, you're going to put an eye on the opposite side. So now you can either use glue, depending on who you're giving this to. So I just used some Bostik Art and Craft white glue to stick an eye on. Now, you will need a very little bit of stuffing and whatever color yarn that you're going to use to stitch both pieces together. You're going to face the backs together, just like that. So you have 4 single crochets here. You can join in any one of those 4, add yarn to any one of those 4 single crochets, and that's where we're going to start. So I am going to attach it to the second single crochet on both sides. Now, you know there is many ways to join something. I am going to single crochet across, but this is your choice. You can even use a darning needle and darn both sides together. It'll work just as well. And I'm going to chain 1, and into the very next stitch, I'm going to line them up. I'm going to move this tail inside and into the next single crochet. I'm going to make 1 single crochet. You just have to line it up. Can you remember we made 4 chain? So in each chain, I'm going to put 1 double crochet. You can even put, 1 single crochet. You can even put 3 single crochets. That'll work just as well. So I'm just going to put 3. You can put 4 if you want, 3, just as long as both pieces are good to go. That's 3. Now we've got 3 extended double crochets on top, and I'm going to work 3 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the extended double crochets. So this is the one side, and this is the back part. On the side again, it's 1 single crochet in each stitch. If you cannot manage to fit all 4 single crochets, 3 is also good. If you're giving this as a child's toy, please do not use a googly eye. Safety eyes work perfect for small little kiddos. Now just make 1 single crochet in each stitch right around. Leave a gap so that we can stuff this with a very little bit of stuffing. When you come to the mouth part, there is 3 chain. Again, you can either put 2 or 3 single crochets per lip. The choice is yours. This is a very affordable way to make some toys for the kids, small little guys or girls that you have around. When it comes to the middle of the mouth, I'm going to slip stitch into that single crochet. Then I'm going to go back and single crochet the second lip and continue to the fin. So I'm at the fin. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches left. Now, the tail we don't have to stuff, but we are going to add a very little bit of stuffing to the center. When I say little, really very little. So one of the things I do use to stuff with is my little bits of crochet yarn or wool that I have lying around already. Don't forget, yarn is machine washable. So whenever these little toys get dirty, you can just pop them into the washing machine and they're good to go again. So I'm not overstuffing it, just a little. But it's up to you on how much you want to use. Just make sure that the amount you use, that it's not too fat. The googly eye came off, which I will re-stick back on. I'm not giving this as a toy. I'm going to now finish making the single crochets. Please be advised, I'm not a professional crocheter. Yeah, I also learn as I go along, although I've been crocheting for many years. But it's a good hobby and it helps me de-stress. When you get to the end, you can slip stitch into your chain 1 and cut your yarn. Alternatively, you can do a magic stitch. The best part about making a little fish toy or keyring or a Keycharm for a keyring, it's quick, it's easy, you've made it yourself, and I'm sure whoever you give it to will greatly appreciate you. And I'm just going to feed this tail into this and cut off the excess. Move the stuffing around a bit. And here's my little fish, nicely stuffed. And I need to put on another eye for him. I'm just gonna have a look where this eye needs to go into, about there. And I've just put some glue on the back of this eye. There you go. You can put on a keychain wherever you want to. I'm going to put it by the tail. I do know I'm supposed to use 2 sets of pliers, but I'm going to put it on a bead with some glue here to secure it more so that it doesn't come off. But for now, here we go. Consider giving this to somebody's little girl or boy who has a bag and wants a fish. Thank you so much for watching. Do enjoy the rest of your day. This is the Queen Phoenix out.